welcome to tonight's news bulletin, aired live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Good evening. The Sultanate of Oman affirms its support for reconciliation efforts among Libyans to maintain unity and sovereignty of their country, and Libya praises Sultanate of Oman's role in solving regional and international crises. The Shura Council completes tourism draft law and acquaints the members with advocacy draft law. And the Food Additive Safety Summit reviews in Muscat the necessary measures to protect the consumers' safety. Thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, received Her Excellency Najla Mohammed Al Maghoush, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the State of Libya, and her accompanying delegation. Her Excellency expressed her gratitude and appreciation for the course of relations between the Sultanate of Oman and Libya, praising the efforts and roles of the Sultanate of Oman in resolving regional and international crises and issues, and its supports for achieving peace. During the meeting, cordial conversations were exchanged on a number of common areas of cooperation between the two countries, and several matters and ways of developing them were discussed. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, the Foreign Minister, expressed Sultanate of Oman's firm support for reconciliation efforts among various Libyan parties, with the support of the United Nations as well as brotherly and friendly countries, in order to maintain unity and sovereignty of the state of Libya, which in return assures security and stability and supports comprehensive development programs for all parts of Libya. That came during a political discussion sessions with Her Excellency Dr. Najla Maghoush, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the State of Libya, who is currently visiting the Sultanate of Oman. During the meeting, the two sides affirmed their keenness to strengthen relations and cooperation between the two brotherly countries. They as well reviewed aspects of joint cooperation in the political, economic and cultural fields. Regarding the latest developments in Libya, Her Excellency the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation dwelt on the exerted efforts which aim to achieve political consensus with the country. She highlighted the role played by the representatives of the United Nations Secretary General in these field. The Shura Council finalized the discussions of draft law of tourism and decided to forward to the State Council. Members of the Shura Council discussed articles of the draft law during the 14th regular session of the 4th annual round of the 9th term. During the session, the members were acquainted with draft law of advocacy, which was recently forwarded to the Council. They also discussed the need to enhance educational services rendered to children with autism spectrum disorder. The session was chaired by His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al Ma'wali, Chairman of the Shura Council. With a wide local and international participation, the Sultanate of Oman, represented by the Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Water Resources, hosted today the Food Additive Safety Summit. The two-day summit aims to assess the safety of food additives and take the necessary measures to protect the health of consumers and focus on the procedures of global systems and data requirements for value-added approval. The summit was held under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Saud bin Hamoud Al Habsi, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Water Resources. The Arab Economic and Social Council held a meeting on the ministerial level in Jeddah city. It came within the ongoing preparations to hold the Arab Summit, which with its regular 32nd round to be hosted by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on the upcoming Friday. The meeting reviewed enhancing economic integration among Arab countries, achieve growth and economic stability, develop sustainable financial models in the Arab region that contribute in enhancing flexibility to face the challenges and risks. The meeting witnessed a participation from Syrian delegation headed by the Minister of Economy, Mohammed Samir Al-Khalil, for the first time since 2011. The delegation of the Sultanate of Oman was headed by His Excellency Dr. Saeed bin Mohammed Al-Saqri, Minister of Economy. The Minister of Social Development launched the electronic platform Maksab. The platform aims to support productive families from Social Security and low-income families, as the platform includes a variety of household products. The platform is available for the individuals with small projects, consumers, institutions, delivery companies and job seekers. The inauguration ceremony was accompanied by an exhibitions for products or families within the Maksab platform that included silverware, incenses, perfumes, honey products, clothes and fine arts. The inauguration ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Sayyid Saud bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Governor of Muscat. You are with the Sultanate of Oman Television, and later to come in our news bulletin. The Sultanate of Oman participates in the activities of Tehran International Book Fair 2023. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. To highlight the opportunities within the country's blue economy and enhance business ventures, the Omani French Opportunities in Fisheries Sector Business Conference was held today. More details coming up in this report.
Oman Arab Bank, alongside of Oman France Amitié, held today the Omani French Opportunities in Fisheries Sector Business Conference at the bank headquarters to explore evolving global opportunities between the two nations in this promising sector.
Today I'm very pleased that we have a conference to explore a new area of partnerships, fishery, which is very important for Oman in Vision 2040. We are proud that France was chosen to be the reference partner for Oman to develop the first modern fishery port of the country in Duqm. It's well on track, and today we'll have an opportunity to explore all the business partnership that we can build around this flagship project.
The Omani French Opportunities in Fisheries Sector Business Conference brought together Omani and French stakeholders from different economic sectors to discuss and explore potential investments in the Duqm multi-purpose port project, as well as the port of Lorient in France.
What we're trying to do is to showcase the opportunities that are available in the fisheries and general agriculture and fisheries areas, and the opportunities that would be available for large, medium, small corporations, and also the role of Oman Arab Bank in financing or advising any of the companies that would like to benefit from these opportunities.
It's noteworthy of mention that this conference welcomed more than 100 guests, including prominent government officials, as well as reputable French and Omani companies in sectors such as fisheries, agro-food industries, shipbuilding and ship repairs, construction, maintenance, and seafood research. The Omani French Opportunities in Fisheries Sector comes to explore the blue economy and its promising investments here within the Sultanate of Oman. For Oman TV, Ahmed bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Muscat.
Ahmed bin Hilal, thank you very much. There, Major General Hamid bin Ahmed Sakroun, head of Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies, received in his office at Beit Al Falaj camp today a delegation from the French Senate. During the meeting, the two sides exchanged views on several matters of mutual interest of the Center for Strategic and Defense Studies at the Academy. The Royal Air Force of Oman has carried out today a medical evacuation using one of its helicopters for a sailor of Russian nationality from a commercial ship after he had an emergency health issue. He was transferred to the Royal Hospital in Muscat Governorate to receive the necessary treatment. This comes with the framework of the humanitarian services and national efforts provided by the Sultan's Armed Forces and other departments of the Ministry of Defense to citizens, residents and people transiting to the Sultanate of Oman, along with other government institutions. The Youth Center and the Authority for Small and Medium Enterprises Development signed an agreement to support entrepreneurial programs that equip the youth with the necessary skills to transform their talents into income streams as independent entrepreneurs. The agreement also seeks to shed light on the achievements of Omani youth both locally and internationally. The agreement was signed by Engineer Zaid bin Abdullah Salmani, the Chief Executive Officer of the Youth Center, and Abdul Aziz bin Saeed Arisi, Vice President of the Authority of Small and Medium Enterprises Development. Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry formed a supervisory committee for the Omani Financial Manager Program for the period 2023-2026. The program, which was launched by the Chamber in cooperation with the Institute of Chartered Accountants in the Republic of India, aims to empower Omani human cadres in the public and private sectors, train them on strategic leadership capabilities and develop them, and attract the largest possible number of Omani citizens to assume leadership positions in institutions. Oman Information and Communication Technologies Group announced the opening of registrations for the second batch of this year for fresh graduates and job seekers in the Tamkeen training program. The program is interested in empowering competencies in a number of technical fields and support services and raising their technical and business skills. The number of beneficiaries of training opportunities has reached more than 600 beneficiaries since 2016. Now, this story of the Sultanate of Oman participates in Tehran International Book Fair 2023. Here, the details come up.
The Sultanate of Oman, represented by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Youth, the Ministry of Information, and the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs, is participating in the 34th edition of Tehran International Book Fair 2023, which continues until May 20th in the Iranian capital, Tehran. The Sultanate of Oman's participation in Tehran Book Fair stems from the deep historic relations between the two countries and aims to introduce the book fair's visitors to the Omani culture, literary achievements, and historic and touristic landmarks.
I am a student in Iran. Before this book fair, I hardly knew anything about Oman. But after my visit to Oman's pavilion, I learned a lot about the Sultanate's culture and traditions. And now I am very intrigued to visit the Omani touristic sites I learned about.
The Pavilion of Sultanate of Oman includes an expansive list of publications in all sorts of cultural, linguistic, historical, and tourism fields.
Now, our final story is from the Wilaya of Nizwa. The public relations students at the University of Technology and Applied Sciences in Nizwa held a campaign to educate the community about the ways through which they can preserve the environment and reduce the risks of climate change. More details in this report.
To address growing issues and impacts of climate change, the public relations students at the University of Technology and Applied Sciences in Nizwa conducted a campaign they labeled as Our Earth, Our Life Istidama campaign.
Istidama campaign is an awareness campaign organized by a student from the University of Technology and Applied Sciences in Nizwa. So PR student every year organized the campaign with specific ideas. So our campaign this year is about educate people about saving or preserving environment from climate change problems, for example, earthquake, volcano, and so on. The Istidama words like we are working today to achieving the futures tomorrow. That means we are working today with our experience, our skills to achieving the result, which is saving environment in the future.
This social initiative endeavored to put the students' theoretical understanding of sustaining the environment into practice, where they worked on educating the public on how to manage and recycle electronic waste.
This campaign gives us a lot of skills, such as how we communicate with the people and how we providing a lot of service in society, and also how we can develop our society.
It is a great opportunity for me to participate with my colleagues from the public relation program in working on this campaign and implementing what I have learned in the last few years.
Engaging school students in planting trees was another dimension of the campaign to spread the culture of creating an eco-friendly community.
A campaign of this magnitude paints a picture of Utah students' caliber for disseminating values of sustainability in the community, thus contributing to preserve the environment for generations to come. صالح بخلفان الرحبي، ولاية أوف نزوة الداخلية، Governorate.
Our Earth, Our Life campaign from Utah's That Report by Saleh bin Khalfan. And now, to end this news bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Sultanate of Oman affirms its support for reconciliation efforts among Libyans to maintain unity and sovereignty of their country, and Libya praises Sultanate of Oman's role in solving regional and international crises. The Shura Council completes a tourism draft law and acquaints the members. And the Food Additive Safety Summit reviews in Muscat the necessary measures to protect the consumer's safety. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman, directed by Hilal Al-Malki and the entire news crew. With me, Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, we thank you for joining us, wish you a pleasant evening, and of course, good night.